Et Squeezo, ça avance pas mal? Ça va, hein, ça va. Je brode pas mal autour pour que le dessin, ça soit sympa. Ça apporte pas grand chose à ce qu'on a besoin pour la carte, mais ça fait plaisir aux yeux. Hey Denise! Good morning, Alan. So happy catching you today. It's been a crazy week. How are you, my good friend? Today I'm good. Uh, Yesterday was a bit complicated, but I get through it, and yeah. So today I'm good to go, and I have a little bit of time this morning to finish that card, and probably gonna help my friend to renovate his flat this afternoon, like I do every Friday. I went to bed 6 p.m. yesterday. Can you be? I even didn't stream yesterday. It's supposed to be the day I'm streaming for sure, and I didn't. I was not up for it yesterday. Yes, yes. Except if he's not there. If he's not there, I'm gonna keep working on those cards because I know what I'm gonna draw for the next one. It's gonna be a hollow cannonball with powder inside. So I'm gonna draw a pile of cannonball with a cannon in the background. That's gonna be pretty straightforward. And what will be left to do is the bolas. Still have to redraw this one because it was not good enough. And a Gatling, which is pretty confusing because it's a very modern weapon. So I have to figure out how to make one, even though it's medieval time. I am not so pleased when there is way too much work that I cannot draw at all. At all. What's that? Is it Steve maybe? Yeah. Morning, how you doing? Okay. Doing fine, thank you. I'm gonna answer that text. Doing fine. Working. Live. Stream. This morning. Will come this afternoon. Oops. Come on. There you go. Is when there is way too much artwork that I cannot draw at all. Intensity was the same. Primary, so what is that card today? It's a net profiler, something like that. So I did look at what what is being used today and try to make a medieval looking version of it. And when I couldn't even see your past stream, I was even more pissed. Where are his past? Yeah, something changed because before I didn't have to publish it; it was automatically published. And now, for some reason, I need to go back to my stream inside stuff and click published. And as I'm not used to do that yet, I often forget about it. And the latest video not being published. Video, good. Always nice to see you. See you then. All right, perfect. Alright, so I will have a nice afternoon walking with a friend. That's good. And yeah, so sorry about that. I'm gonna try to do that as soon as I'm done with the video so it won't have too much delay. So you at work now, I presume? Working from home but didn't get any mail yet. So I am able to breathe now. Hopefully today will at least be relaxing. Yeah, hopefully. And about those monsters, I did try, like you see, my idea, which were, trying to create a monster from a bug. Turned out it's more difficult than I thought, so I'm gonna try to sketch out monsters without thinking too much about where they're coming from. Just, random shape, kind of scary monsters. And maybe, they are so deformed that we don't even recognize the animal anymore. Maybe we can do that. Or maybe there is just enough feature on this monster to guess that maybe it was a rabbit, or maybe it I think we will have more fun to just if we have not any restriction with something particular and just doing random monsters, and then looking at it afterward, try to imagine what it was before, like we did with the monster you did draw, Yeah, why is that? It seems monster creation is a big challenging, but I love the process for sure. Yeah, I think if we just, draw whatever came out of our mind without, thinking too much about it, just thinking about shape. What kind of shape goes together, and figure out what is inside that shape. You know what I mean? That's a better creative way of doing those monsters, I think. Do you want, thin members, or do you want, fat something? I think it's gonna be way more fun, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do as soon as I'm done with this one, which would probably not be too long. I'm gonna try out, sketch out something without thinking too much about it, and I'm sure, just like I did for my orcs faces, when I just I did draw a circle to try to fit an orc face inside the circle, and ended up with a very nice face. And I did the same with a triangle and a rectangle, and so I'm gonna try to do the same for those monsters. Just pile up shapes that goes together and figure out what's going on inside, and bit by bit ended up with something cool, because that's what we want. We just want cool monsters, cool looking monsters. And this the one I did is not cool enough. I don't really like it. Because the problem I had with trying to have that monster done with from an insect is that it was not pleasant to try to do, and I started to freak out a little bit, thinking, I'm supposed to have fun with that project. What's going on? So I think that's why, in my head, it was not the right direction. I need to have fun. Each monster I draw, I need to be excited about, having some scenes with that monster. So if it's a pain in the ass to just draw one plan, one sequence, not even a sequence, just one pose. How am I going to do that? So, yeah, I really need to figure out a way of drawing monsters, way more fun in the process. So I'm gonna have another go. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, draw a monster, and then afterward we figure out what what's the shaman used to get to create that monster, because it's have to come from something. My thought exactly. I was asking myself, what's going on? I'm getting stressed for our joyful project. I'm crazy or what? Yeah, exactly. As soon as we get stressed, I mean, I know I'm gonna be stressed, but for good reason. I'm gonna be stressed because I'm gonna start doing stuff out of my comfort zone, as perspective wise and stuff like that. Having this trying to make those pages exciting, visually. So that's a little bit stressing, but it's a good stress. But when you're starting to stress because you can't draw the monster, that's something else. Sometimes I overcomplicate things, diving into animal anatomy, bones and muscle, but I can be simple things, just ideas and exactly. I think I don't think we have to go into those kind of anatomy stuff. All we need to do is, like I said, playing with shapes and then playing with texture and dynamism and try to make that cool looking and just have fun. Let's go back to just have fun. Because that's the whole point of that project. We're not trying to get money or fame. We're just supposed to be enjoying ourselves and be creative. So yeah, I guess we're gonna be back to that, and I think it's gonna be more joyful for us. All right. Okay. So now okay. So maybe I'm gonna darken a little bit that area here. And I'm gonna do the sky in the background. Oops. I didn't buy it. I was joking about it, and because next Sunday is my 46th stream. It's been 46 years that I'm on that earth, and I was joking about having those kind of gloves for the occasion, and one of my friends say, you know what, I have one that I'm not using at all. You want it? I'm like, but if you don't use it at all, it's be a good use, because the acidity of my skin make the ink change color for after a while. I don't really care about the original when it's scanned, but it's it will be good if it can stay black instead of getting brown and red, and so he just gave it to me. Yeah, I mean, you don't really feel it at all. It's because the fabric is quite soft, so you don't feel the glove. And but what that makes is that you're sure that your skin is not rubbing the paper. And because the problem with ballpoint pen is that it changed the acidity of the paper and the light, and I mean there is a bunch of things that make the color change. But the main thing is the acidity on the paper, and if you rub too much the paper with your skin, your sweat and your I mean everything that came out of that skin is gonna change the color of the pen. And that's what happened in few of my drawings. Especially because there's two drawing in one page, and almost every drawing that in down there the color change. That's where I understood it's coming from my hand by rubbing while I'm drawing. Normally I have a paper under my hand, but the paper don't stay there. Usually it's just move around. So I could have taken my old, wool gloves and just cut few fingers. But look, you looks like, you look like a homeless guy with those gloves. So it looks cooler to have these kind of things. Big party, no, but I'm gonna have like a barbecue outside with just few friends. I'm not a big, birthday celebration thing fan. For me, just another day. It's not like I'm gonna get 46 next Sunday. I already, I'm already 46. Just because we add one more day doesn't gonna change too much. But that celebrate the day I was born, I guess. So we don't make big celebration either, just being at home. Yeah, I mean, we are not 18 anymore. Oh, there's one other thing I need to draw as well is Sebastian in the who we are in page of the Facebook, and I was waiting to get a good picture, and Sebastian says that he wants to be he wants to stay anonymous visually. So when when we go on some event. It doesn't seem to want to be recognized, so he can go incognito. So I guess I'm gonna draw him, with like he wanted, with 4 arms and writing and stuff like that. And I'm gonna put a mask on his face, so it looks like very mysterious, like a helmet, that covers his face. And then when I will have the both of us on that page, I'm gonna have one more button in each side to see the team, like we talked about. So there we'll be able to see Denise and Emery. And hopefully the rest of people that's gonna work for us. Because I know Efix gonna sculpt some stuff when he will have time, so I guess he will be part of my team. A bit. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing with that project, and that's what I'm learning as well, is to be patient. Things go forward. That's the main thing. Even if it's slow, it goes forward. So we just need to be patient, and because the thing is that we know. So we know the project, and we want to see it being being a thing. It's easier for people that don't know, because they don't know what's going on, and when they will know, they will have some enough advanced in the project so it will look more complete. But yeah, I can't wait to have. That's the thing, because you're like, okay, but it's all depend on you, Alan. It's just about you drawing those things and put them on the website and blah blah blah. Yes, that's true, but I still have some cards to draw before the end of the year, and sometimes I just don't feel like drawing. So, but yeah, I know I have to draw those things, because it looks just cool. It's just that it's not being commissioned by Sebastien, and I know he's a little bit reluctant to for me to draw more stuff that he asked, because everything needs to be paid for him. So all those technical objects that was not planned when we did the planning, I managed to do them because it did pay twice for the common arsenal without even we realize it. So when I realized that those common arsenal cards were paid already in 2019, it was not at all the same stuff, and I redraw them because it was not what I wanted anymore for the cards. So I took the responsibility to redraw the whole thing this way, so it looks better on card. And for some reason, I don't know why, we forgot that those cards were paid already. So I said, you know what, we just keep it the way it was supposed to be, but instead of paying twice for the common arsenal, I'm gonna draw the whole pack of the technical object and write down on paper that it was being paid in 2019, and so everything that you paid already cover those cards, and yeah, we agree for that, and that's how we ended up. I ended up being able to draw all the technical object cards without Sebastian spending more money, because the money was spent already. But that's the thing with Sebastian, that's where you see, and he's not trying to steal you, because every drawing needs to be paid. So every time I do something that is not planned for the franchise, it's just a little bit ridiculous, because that in his mind, I think it means that this drawing will have to be paid one day, and he didn't ask for it. And I'm like, yeah, but I can do that, like it's a personal drawing, and I just give you the copyright to use it. I'm like, apparently we are not allowed to take more than 20% stuff, like free stuff that is being given. We can't, apparently. That's the official version. Official reason is that we are not allowed to take more than 20% of free stuff. So that is business. He knows what he wants and what he's supposed to do, so I guess that's that. But I'm a bit surprised that business can't take any as much free stuff that he can, but yeah, I mean it's in progress. He keep telling me that he's gonna work on it, and the rule book. There's two things that he's working on it. It's the rule book and the history of Iridium. So I guess a bit reluctant to say that it's coming, because it just give us more hope that it's on the way, but. It's not too far away, I think. Yeah, that's something I will have to work, because right now he has the document. He's changing the document, and he's supposed to give it to me before publish it. So that's where I will have to take all the hands that I put and replace them with your cool stuff here and there, just to illuminate a little bit more titles, big titles and stuff like that. I can even separate paragraph with your stuff, and there is stuff I will do with what you did draw. But I will have to have the document in my hand before publish it on the website, because he doesn't have those drawings, and I'm not sure he's really knowing how to. I guess he knows, but I'm not sure he's gonna be good at placing those drawings here and there. But as the art department manager, I'm supposed to be the one who have the last say about the visual of the book. So yeah, don't worry, your dagger will be there for sure. As long as you're not, you know, doing strikes and because you want, you know, money for daggers on the rule book because it's published. Yes, it's published, but there is no money, so that will be something else when the rule book will be, you know, sale. Because right now, as long as it's still the, you know, free version, there's no contract or anything that is involved. That will change when we'll have the complete version and that hard copy will be sold. That's where we will have to start, you know, having little contract between us. Hey Aiden, how you doing? Aiden arrives, say hi and say I need to pee. Yeah, that's quite that's quite fun to draw these little, you know, clip arts of stuff that's gonna be used for you know, separate the paragraph and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really cool to spend just 1 or 2 hours on those. And I keep forgetting about those little drawings, because sometimes I want to draw something, but not something too long, you know, something that can be done in one stream without being, you know, those F cards, because I'm not, you know, inspired at all. I'm not even motivated to draw them. You know. There's just few left, and it's not. It keep going and going, and I feel like I will never finish this back. And sometimes I forgot that I can do these little drawings without, you know, thinking too much about what it is for. It's just for to illustrate the whole book. Even the, you know, the little drawing that there is in the side of the page, I could even have another one, you know, for different part of the book as well. Something else, you know. Maybe I can keep the one that is online right now, which is the weapons and everything, and have something else, you know, another idea or something for the rest of the book. Maybe it can be not, you know, in the corner, but just like down and you know, up there and down there. We can do what we want. So it could be like a battle scene with, you know, very far away battle scene in the background. Or alternatively, I have so many channel points, I can use them and choose commission, and you can work on something that you like. I mean, I can do that without the, you know, the commission point. I would prefer to for you to choose something that you gonna like I don't know, maybe your face as a wish, which is gonna come soon because I'm gonna have to draw them when I'm gonna finish. So you're gonna be a witch pretty soon. Or Emery as the gnome we talked about. This little portrait we have to be done as well, because he's gonna be on Sebastien on my team, so I'm gonna draw him with the picture you sent to me the first time. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, if you're spending your channel point, I much more prefer you that it's for a drawing you want. Something more personal than just something for Master Warrior. But you know already I draw your stuff just for pleasure, you know. We already have a orc shaman that not gonna be used for anything else than just my own pleasure of drawing it. And that female orc is yeah, everybody likes her. They're complaining that they're not really complaining it, but they're like she doesn't look very happy. And as soon as I'm telling the story that I have in my mind for that character, I'm like, oh yeah, I understand why. But it must be something that you like as well. So that's why I wanted to ask still. I mean, yeah, but you know, that's the whole point of a commission. It has to be, you know, as long as it's, you know, fantasy stuff. And you know, you're not working as an artist full time and draw only stuff you like. You know, sometimes people ask for drawing that, you know, like this one. You know, so I know what you say, but you know, it's gonna be your commission. So, and sometimes it's good to get out of your comfort zone. Like, you know, I'm gonna have to draw a presentation page of those engineers, those steampunk guys, and I'm not very comfortable with those guys. But I guess more I will draw them, and more, you know, I will feel the style and everything. It's a bit like your dwarfs, you know. And when I ask you to draw dwarfs, you didn't know about them, and then you study them, and then you keep drawing them, and now you like them. And I guess it's the same for it's gonna be the same for the engineers. And it was the same for my wood elf. You know, I didn't like my wood elf, and it was a pain in the ass every time I have to think about it. And then I found them, and now I'm very pleased with the look they have, and I'm pleased to draw them anytime. So I guess it's gonna be the same for those engineers. Okay, but the hatching of that sky is too visible. So where is my eraser? There. I'm gonna lighten up this sky a little bit so I can keep working on it. Yeah, and Eden already have a commission that's being started a long time ago. For some reason, it just I guess the reason, but yeah, I just don't ask for it anymore. Yeah, but it would have been true for when I was drawing stuff I really like to draw, but right now I'm really forcing myself to draw those cards, and I feel like we can see it because it's not the same quality than the others, but maybe just in my head, I don't know. But so I don't think I will bother too much to have a break for 20 minutes and draw something else. Yes, I guess it's the right time. And right now I finished this one. I'm not planning to start another one for Master Warriors. I was planning to sketch out the monster. So I guess if you want to spend your channel point and me keep going your commission, it's the right time, yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna finish up that one, and I will have like an hour. So I guess I don't know how many you have, but if you have 60k, I don't know if you have 60k, but you may. Hey Josephage, how you doing? If you have 60k, I can work on your commission for the next hour. Okay, so give 60 and I will keep working on your commission until the end of that stream. That's the right moment. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? I'm good today. It says it's deactivated? What? No. What are you talking about? Let me check that. Alors, récompense spectateur, point de chaîne. Alors, commission, it's activated. It's there. This is ridiculous. It's activate. It's there. 20. I don't know what I can do more than that because it's. No, it's there. But I don't really understand. I don't really understand why, because yeah. Alors, let's go back over there. Récompense, point de chaîne. Commission. Modifier. Délai d'attente est limité. Okay. So I've redeemed one commission and one is the big one. Okay. Try again, commission. All right. 2, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 4, 5. So one more 10 and we're good to go. I'm gonna sign that one because it's done. And we're gonna work on your commission. So how much we have? We have so 20, 30, 50. All right, 50. So it's just 10k missing, and we're good to go for a good hour. Oh, it's being a while. Oh yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna make sure that you can reuse the big one as well. There we go. There. Now you should be able to reuse the big one. Here we go. So we're good to go until 11:37, something like that. All right, so let's take some. Woo! Alors, we can have a little bit of orange on those words. So now every time people ask me, what is that drawing? I'm like, I don't know. What this drawing is about? I don't know. Ask Hidden. That's me. I draw stuff I don't know. I don't know what I'm drawing. I need to find my big pen. Yeah, because this door needs to be darker than that, much darker. It's almost in the dark completely. Right now it's not the case. So you see, Denise, it's better if it's really something, you know, personal, like it could be, but it have to be something that you can use just the digital version, because unfortunately you won't have that original drawing. Yeah, you did explaining a while ago, but if somebody new that come here and, you know, ask me what is that, you know, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say and what, you know, what you prefer to keep for yourself and blah blah blah. I don't remember what we say about those doors. Are they clean, or are they like old rusty stuff, or what the state of those doors? I forgot. Alright. They are closed, yeah, that's for sure. And the fact that I don't remember that you're not surprised, because you know me. I wonder when did I stop drawing that commission. It feels like a while. All I remember is that it's for a game that you're doing. And those two guardians are based on characters that already exist, with spell and everything. It's for a game, yes. The whole drawing is based on something that already exists. Yes, that's what I'm remembering. Est-ce que tu as déjà compté le nombre de stylos que tu utilises chaque année? J'ai commencé à faire ça, oui. J'ai commencé à faire ça. Est-ce que c'était au début de l'année par contre? Oui, il me semble, oui. Si. J'ai commencé à faire ça au début de l'année. Et à chaque fois que j'en ai un qui meurt, je le mets là-dedans. Alors, j'en ai tué 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pour l'instant. J'ai que tué ceux-là. Après, le truc, c'est que ils étaient pas. Enfin. Bon, les pilotes, oui, ils étaient tout neufs. Donc j'ai vraiment descendu 3 pilotes. Ceux-là, ils étaient en cours. Donc, mais bon, celui-là était je pense que. Enfin, tu vois. Après, il y a ces stylos qui étaient déjà en route. Mais j'en ai au moins liquidé 3. Enfin, j'ai liquidé tout cela pour l'instant. Donc, bon, ça fait déjà 6 mois donc, que l'année a commencé. Donc, c'est pas trop mal au niveau rentabilité. Alors, on va aussi mettre en lumière so those runes are runes that exist already, if I remember it correctly. Well, this one I can't even see anymore. I think it was looking like a fish. Yeah, it's the same than the other one. Okay. There we go. Un par mois, ça va. It's the number of pen he used since January. Non-French speaker. Yep, alright. Yeah, sorry. But the thing is, if I draw only with one pen, which what I mostly do with, black and white drawing, it goes down very quickly because that's the only pen I'm using for that drawing. As soon as you're starting to work with full color, that means you're using a little bit of each pen, which decrease the speed of of emptying the pen itself. The only thing is that you're probably gonna have, few pens gonna die quickly after that. But so it's quite complicated to say, this year I killed that number of pen, or because maybe next year is gonna be a lot of those colored pen, but I emptied those while during the previous year. But it's mostly black and white this year, so I guess checking those black ballpoint pen, it's the good way of see how long it lives. It all depends as well the number of drawing I'm doing, because I had a period of time where I was doing a lot of illustration during 1 week, but those days, as I'm not really inspired by the drawing I need to draw for the game. It's decreased a little bit because I'm not very motivated to work. So some day the will of drawing is stronger than. So I do draw stuff that nothing to do with Maîtres Guerriers. We need a much deeper black there because in my mind these doors are not, it's not the door of one cell, because I was about to draw, maybe to guess a silhouette behind those bars, but actually I think this door is the main door of the prison, where I guess in my mind behind that door is a long corridor with more doors in the side of that corridor. So there is nobody behind that door, it's just a corridor. So that's why I'm gonna do a deep dark hole there. And even the door itself needs to be less visible because we are in the dark. That's one of the main problem with ballpoint pen art, is that sample stuff that you can do in second with digital, for example. Okay, I want that area darker. Click, click. All right, that's it. It's darker. I'm gonna spend like a good 30 minutes to do that with my pen for that size, which is kind of small size. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you really need to like it, because there is no much advantage to do the art with ballpoint pen. The only reason is for me the pleasure of using them. It's something you can't really explain. It's something you need to feel. you know. I like the result in the end, this strong contrast I can get with those pens. It's the pleasure to work with a, it's the same for me, it's the same pleasure than when I'm working with the pencil, except you have like a finished ink drawing, you know. So when you're done with it, you almost, you know, flirt, you know, surfing between a traditional result and a digital version, a digital result. You know, people, I'm not even sure what looks like a digital with a, you know, a traditional texture on it or something. That's what people often say about my work, and I like that. Because I really like the, you know, the look of some digital drawings. It's just that I prefer traditional. I like using pen. I like the smell of pencil. I like, you know, paper. And I like to have an original drawing, which you can't have with a digital drawing. Eh oui, Tabix, salut jeune homme. Oh, oh, oh. Je ne peux pas te contrarier, je ne sais pas l'âge que tu as, mais ça reste à voir. Et beaucoup de gens m'ont appelé jeune homme alors qu'ils étaient plus jeunes que moi. Mais je reste un jeune homme, même s'ils sont plus jeunes. Si tu demandes à mon fils, je suis vieux depuis longtemps. J'ai toujours été vieux d'ailleurs. Ah, c'est une grille de 2 ans. Donc ça va. Je suis plus jeune. Mais non, c'est moi qui te grille de 2 ans. Désolé. Je suis de 76. D'ailleurs, dimanche, je fête mes 46 printemps. Grand-père. Enfoiré. Je serai grand-père quand mes enfants auront des enfants. Pas avant. Ok, alors on va essayer d'avoir un peu de jaune, a little bit of yellow in those robes. I'm going a little bit over the place. You know, that's my thing. I'm like starting to work on those doors, and then I realize I need more things here and more things there. thing is, my camera don't really like yellows. So even though I'm adding yellows on the drawing and in front of me, the drawing looks warmer because of the yellow I'm putting there. It doesn't show on. It doesn't show that on screen. On screen, it's still a little bit white, which is not the case. So I'm gonna add the brown. Yeah, but the final drawing has more soul than a digital one-click work. I mean, that's debatable, I think. I know I have more proud because I know there were no tricks, there were no oh, I go back because it doesn't look good or whatever. I know that when I finish and complete one drawing, it's because I did it in one go. There was no, corrector or whatever, And that's what make a traditional drawing special, because you can't cheat. You can't go around things. You can't have a tool that put and that's it. You have a tree full of leaves. There is no such thing. There's no layers where you can add, the light that goes through the tree or stuff like that. It's everything have to be done by hand, and it can take hours for an effect that you will have done in one click. That's the difference. But if somebody doesn't really care about what did you use, and this customer is more interesting about the result, and of course digital is the best way to do it, because you're gonna win some time. And when you do that as a business, less you spend time on a drawing, and better is the money. And that's why there is a lot of comic book artists now that use digital, because it's way more easier for them to try stuff and check, try the colors. And I mean, you have to be stupid to do a professional job traditionally nowadays. Because if you really want to earn your money, unfortunately, digital is almost the only solution. Because it's really tricky to not be tempted to do that. If the money is what you need and what you want, if you don't really care that much, and you're more into the pleasure of doing it, yeah, maybe you're gonna stick to traditional. And if the style you're looking for is more appropriate for traditional, like Master Warriors, that's where you go. That's why Sebastien was interested in my work, because he wanted to have this old school traditional looking drawing that is quite difficult to do digitally. It's very complicated to have those strokes. I guess you can do it. You can do that with a digital tool, but I'm like, yeah, but if you're trying hard to get the same result, why you just don't use a pencil and that's it? But you still have all the tools that make you doing faster. I'm talking to everybody that's listening. And as I have English speakers as well, and French speakers that can speak English as well, À moins que tu me dises que tu parles pas du tout anglais. Dans ces cas-là, je vais être obligé de te parler en français aussi. But Aiden's supposed to be there, and Squeezo is there, and Denise may be there. So yeah, there is a bunch of English speakers there, so that's why I'm speaking English. And as the commission I'm drawing here is for Aiden, that's why I'm speaking English. Okay, those handles should have a shadow. And the question is, as I have two sources of light, where is the shadow? Yeah, let's decide. Ah, tu parles pas du tout anglais. Ah oui, c'est ballot. Ok, bah c'est bon à savoir. Au moins comme ça, il faut que j'en rajoute un petit peu en français si je veux que tu puisses suivre. C'est bien que tu me le dises. I don't even know if the light really hit the handle since there is two people between the torch and them. That's not wrong. The only thing I'm wondering is that is it the only source of light as well? But this part is gonna be way more in the shadow anyway, because there is not enough light to illuminate the door that well. So I'm gonna have to keep darkening that door. Anyway. And have those guys' shadows on the door as well. And have the half of their body in the shadow as well. I mean, bit by bit, that's the problem with that commission, because that's what people don't really realize, and that sometimes put me in more work, is that sample decision as light and day, gonna multiply the hours of drawing by 2 or 3, because if you decide that it's it's fully light and there's no darkness, it's gonna be much quicker to do than if it's really dim light with shadows everywhere, everything. But the effect won't be the same, the atmosphere of the drawing won't be the same. And that's something you can try with digital. You just add a filter, a calc, and then see what's going on with light on or light off. Yeah, it's better light. Oh yeah, it's better light off. C'est ça le problème avec la différence entre digital et traditionnel, c'est que là, par exemple, toute cette partie-là va être dans l'ombre, parce que les deux sources de lumière arrivent de là, et là, il n'y a presque plus de lumière. C'est qu'il faut que je fonce petit à petit, et la grosse différence quand la personne qui te commande ce dessin te dit je voudrais que l'ambiance soit vraiment sombre, va changer le temps de travail va le multiplier par 2, 3, alors que si c'était en plein jour, par exemple, ça aurait été beaucoup plus rapide à dessiner. Et c'est un truc qui peut se faire instantanément en digital, par contre. Tu rajoutes un filtre, tu fonces un peu, tu peux allumer et éteindre la lumière assez rapidement, quoi. Tu peux décider que le filtre soit bleu ou soit noir. Moi, si je veux faire ça, bah, je me rajoute 2-3 heures de boulot. Après, c'est moi, hein, je suis un peu maso, je dessine au stylo. Bon, j'ai décidé. Hein. So I can only guess the frustration of Aiden thinking, for God's sake, I spent 60k just for him to watch him darken that fucking door. He didn't draw anything, he just darkened that fucking door for 60k, come on, are you joking? Sorry, mate. Good thing it's not real money. Underground and it's... Attends. I don't even know if the light... Yeah, this door is inside the dungeon or the entrance of the dungeon. Underground and it's the entrance of the prison. Et il n'y a pas une technique de prendre du charbon pour un papier buvard et appliquer sur... Mais tu peux, bien sûr. Je peux même récupérer mes crayons de couleur et faire moite-moite. Hein. C'est faisable. Ça ira beaucoup plus vite. Après, c'est une question de est-ce que j'ai envie d'avoir un dessin au crayon de couleur et au stylo bille ou un dessin juste au stylo bille. Et là, pour le coup, la réponse est un dessin juste au stylo bille. Pourquoi ? Bah, en fait, quand je montre un dessin, les gens ils sont là, mais attends, mais tu t'as fait ça avec quoi ? Stylo bille. Non, sans déconner. Ah, incroyable, alors tous ces trucs, le temps que t'as dû passer, machin, et même ce truc-là. Et là, si tu fais, ah non, bah ça je l'ai fait avec les crayons de couleur. Ah ouais, parce que sinon, je sais pas pourquoi ça m'agace. Alors pour le coup, je dis, bah je vais faire tout au stylo bille, et comme et même oui, tout au stylo bille. Oh putain, la vache. Voilà. Parce qu'on dirait que tout le reste, tu sais, s'effronte parce que tu n'as pas fait ce truc-là au stylo bille, tu sais. Alors que tu aurais pu le faire, c'est juste que tu as voulu gagner un peu de temps. Donc, du coup, voilà. Je suis plus dans le délire 100% stylo bille. Alors qu'effectivement, je pourrais m'économiser un peu de temps avec du crayon de couleur. Music stop. Ouais. Sorry about the microphone. Okay, where I was. Yeah, the door still need to be darkened. Yeah, what I was explaining is that, there is a way of going faster in the visual result, which probably is better for you, Aiden. Channel point wise, I can use my colored pencil. I can go with black colored pencil and darken that door very quick. But, I like the fact that it's all done 100% ballpoint pen. It adds value to the drawing, even though you won't have the original one. At least you can say, that drawing has been made 100% ballpoint pen. I don't know, I feel like it's way better. Ok, alors, voilà. Alors, règle numéro 1, ne postille pas sur ton dessin. I don't think I will say that or anyone will ask me how that drawing was made, but okay. Okay, what you say is that you prefer I use my colored pencil to darken that fucking door and go a bit quicker for the drawing. Salut FX. Brouf, brouf, brouf. Attends, où est mon stylo marron? Il est là.
Chicken attack, chicken attack.
Évidemment. I'm just saying, nobody is going to ask me how that was made. Who knows? You don't know. That's always a freaking screamer for me. I'm wondering if I'm not gonna change it for something else. It's not that I'm tired of singing that song, but I feel more and more ridiculous doing it. I mean, I was about to try to add digging a hole. I am a dolphin digging a hole. This one I would like to do playback with. It's not even focused. The metal version, of course. But I can't put the old song there. That's the problem. And every time I put the song, I've been muted by Twitch. Alright, so you know what? I'm gonna quicken a little bit the pace there. It doesn't go fast enough. Okay, so now second problem I have is that pencil is much dirtier than, so I'm gonna have to make sure, because you know, see, this thing is gonna go everywhere on my drawing if I'm not careful. Okay, so now we're gonna work on that dude. I don't even remember what time I start. I forgot already. Était. That's gonna be difficult even in my brain to think it's the truth. I remember saying 37, so I guess as it's 25 right now, I was talking about 11. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. We're gonna push it a little bit more, we'll see. But I didn't feel I did much in 1 hour. So we're gonna push it until 12. It's me or those handles starting to get difficult to see. Doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go back to that dude. That would be nice to have that dude made. We are going to have our breakfast now, Alan. Lovely seeing you today. Talk to you soon. Have a beautiful weekend. See you guys. See you, Denise. See you, Emery. See you soon. And I'm gonna work on those monsters soon enough. I'm gonna have another try. Have a lovely day. Yeah, I can finally draw something. Shiny. What? You don't work anymore? What's going on? Oh, that's not the right one. Oh, that's the one. Charles Lister. That sound familiar, but I'm not sure. Why? You know I'm very bad with names, eh? Sometimes even streamer I know. I don't know the name. I don't remember because I'm not really looking at it. I just know what they do. Some of them I know because we keep talking about them. It's people like Synod Bush or Shiposhi. Doing some creepy creature, really special touch. I kind of feel some of these monsters could be in your anywhere in the fall. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to check him out. But the thing is, we don't really need to invent any new foe because there is already so many hybrid creature on the world of minis that I'm not sure we're gonna invent a lot of stuff. We're gonna invent for my personal project, a comic book, but it's not yet in the Master Warriors universe. We decided to do that in our own lore, and if one day Master Warriors, working and the comic book is working, we have a way of merge the two worlds together and make that comic book a Master Warrior comic book. But for now, it's the adventure is going on another universe. So it's not the same lore, it's not the same creature. So we can invent pretty much what we want for our comic book. As for the game, that's why we departure from Master Warrior, because we didn't want every time we want to do something with a major change for Master Warriors to wait after Sebastian and make him take the time to think about what's gonna be the result if we included that kind of stuff in. I mean, yeah, it's you already have some hard time to find the time to work on the game already. So we didn't want to making lose time thinking about something that he didn't really plan for the game yet. So we decided, you know what? Yeah, let's fly ourselves to a world that we're gonna build ourselves with laws that we're gonna decide ourselves and do what we want. So that's why the monsters are coming, and I think that's the monster you're talking about, and that's the monster I was talking about to Denise early on. They are coming from the comic book, and we were thinking about creating monsters from the animal of the forest, and it's ended up being more tricky than we thought. So I was saying to Denise, maybe we just should just have fun with monsters and not thinking too much about where the origin of that monster is, and just having fun with it. And then when it's done, just let's try to figure out what was the original shape of that monster, because in that story we have a bad shaman playing around with the animal of the forest, and that's where he's starting to make monsters from. But I guess we can have stuff that is so much deformed that we don't recognize the animal anymore, or we can have something that if you look at it closely, yeah, we can recognize that it was a deer, or it was a boar, or or whatever. Because yeah, we see the resemblance now. But the problem I have is that I'm not. I still don't know if we want to make that comic book a comedy or a creepy, strange things thing. What's the genre of that comic book? We don't know yet. I guess we want both. Like, Stranger Things have both, horror and comedy. So but the style of the drawing is gonna depend of what genre we want. A bit like the Warcraft lore, you had orcs, then they were corrupted by the blood of a demon and they turn into different things. Same with elves turning into trolls and like okay, that the thing about me is that looks like I'm supposed to know all about fantasy words and I don't know Warcraft at all because I'm not playing and actually I don't really know other games and other lore than Master Warriors lore and maybe Lord of the Ring. But for the others, I don't know. So there is one part of my brain that telling me that you should look at those because it's probably gonna inspire you and everything. And there is this other voice that's telling me, no, I don't want to copy too much stuff around. I want to try to be fresh and original and trying something different. And then the first voice is like, yeah, but how you know it's different if you don't know the first? Like, it's a perpetual fight in my brain. It doesn't look like that to me, huh? What? What doesn't look like? That it's a fight in my brain. Doesn't look like it's fighting in there. No, yeah, it doesn't look like it because I don't know at all. I mean, I like this universe and everything, but I didn't really read comic books. I don't play at all video games. Um, and I stopped playing tabletop game for a very long time because I was busy doing something else. So I came back to the genre in 2019 when I started to work on Master Warriors. That's where I came back to fantasy and doing illustration in that kind of universe. And I discover stuff, I discover Warcraft because people just keep talking about it. And but I never played the game. I saw the movie, which for everybody is crap, but I like it because I don't know the game, so I like the movie. I think you like the movie only when you don't know the game. Yeah, that's one thing as well. But there is a lot of people, busy having family and playing games as well. Instead of spending the whole evening drawing, people spend the whole evening playing games. So it's all about what you're doing for outside of work. If you do something close to what already exists there, even if you claim to not know it, or you're not afraid that people will say you are copying. But the advantage is that I know nothing about it, but Sebastien is has been in the game business. I mean, I'm talking about tabletop game business for the last 40 years. So that's his expertise. So as soon as we go too close to something, it's like, we can't go there. So I always have Sebastien, behind saying, this is looking too much like this or like that. So I'm not the one. And as for the comic book, Um, I don't think if you're presenting differently, the thing is, that's the thing. It's very hard. You can't know everything, and it's very hard to be original because it's always referencing to something that exists already. So at least you have someone who knows and can twist enough. Yeah, exactly. For example, Master Warriors, we were trying to find an idea to make those orcs, because we have orcs as well, of course. To make those orcs more original. What's the original stories of those orcs? And I know we're gonna have some because Iridium, which is the planet where, sorry, I need to keep drawing, otherwise somebody's gonna feel like, you know. Iridium, which is the story of where Master Warriors is happening, is a very strange planet, trapped in a loop, a timeline loop. And there is a fox known as Master of Time that like to play around with time travel stuff, and sometimes they open up doors or a breach or a crack in the time where stuff can get in for a short period of time, which for the game is just a way of us to say, to be able to include whatever we want for the game. If one player is saying, yeah, that's cool, but I saw that I can ride an elephant, that's pretty cool, but I would rather prefer riding a dinosaur. Do we have dinosaur on that game? No, we don't. But if you really want to play with dinosaur and you have a bunch of them that you want to include to your army, we can write something that will explain why all the students we have some dinosaurs on the game, and just Master of Time will open up like a crack and like some dinosaur run through it or whatever, and then it closed, and then here we go, we have some dinosaur on the game. And I was thinking, what we can do is like maybe the Master of Time open up a gate, and then some orcs came through the gate, and Sebastian is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Orcs going through a gate? No, it's something that is there already, and its name is Warcraft, so let's find something else. I'm like, okay. So it's very hard to find original idea, because you can't know everything. You can't it's good because Warcraft is well known enough, so as soon as you starting to go too close to what they do. But the same goes with Games Workshop, with Warhammer. The same goes with the Lord of the Ring. It's very tricky to and there is a lot of other games as well. So I guess we find something that we're gonna keep under our sleeves for now. That's quite original. Sebastian didn't heard about any games that have the same original story for the orcs. And I guess for the comic book, we just gonna go not we're not gonna explain too much stuff. It's just gonna be an adventure. So I guess a little bit's gonna be say, but not too much. So we won't goes on too much universe territory. No. Especially for the war game, for example, I know Sebastian is not interesting at all to have a very intricate lore, because right now what we need is players playing the game and just trying the game and see what works and what doesn't work. That's what we need right now, because we are in like development. We are developing the game for now, so we just need to know if, because we tested it and for us it works and we have fun with it, and now what we need to know is what the player is thinking. But that's something that is missing for now, and it's because people don't know the game. So that's where normally next year, if COVID doesn't come back, and we can do where we want as we want, we're supposed to start doing convention and presenting the card game, because we're gonna have this little card game as well, and in the background we'll have the war game set up on the table, so people will be interesting to know what this war game is about, and we're gonna have a quick play, because in like 30 minutes you can have a game done already, and make people realize that it's actually a pretty good game, and we can do pretty much what we want, and that's with those kind of events that the game is gonna start to be known. And we're gonna, because Sebastian knows some people from specialized magazines, and that's usually the kind of magazine that you're supposed to be if you want to be known in the world of tabletop games. So as soon as we're ready and we have a good working version of the game, we will call those magazines and go to Paris and present the game and explain to them how it works and everything. But for that, the rule book needs to be all corrected, and all the little mistakes here and there being changed and replaced, and so yeah, it takes a little bit of time to try. The origin of the race is enough. Yeah, we don't need the origin of the origin of. Yeah, exactly. And what we need as well is an English version, of course. And that's gonna come, but like the rest, it needs time to work on it. Because as long as you work on something specific, like correcting the rule book and trying to find, because what took Sebastien a long time those days is to have an inside way of calculating the values of warriors. So apparently find a way of be sure that like you have like 100 points, and as soon as your hero have more force, it is losing on something else. So every let's say every veterans, for example, have the same starting point, basic starting point, but depending of which race, maybe this race will be a little bit stronger but a little bit a more stupid, or this race will be like faster. So apparently you find a way of having a sure way of calculating everything, so everybody start equal in some way, and it's just going to be a strategic point of view and what you prefer for your game. So apparently it took a lot of time already to figure that out, and now I'm supposed to spend time on the actual rulebook to correct everything that we messed up a little bit on that V1.8 version that is actually online right now. So that's why I'm not talking too much about the game anymore, because I'm just waiting for that new corrected version to be online, so I can be more vocal about the game. Because right now I know that it's there is a few mistakes here and there, but I almost want to say it's my fault, because I did want to go a little bit faster than the machine wants to go. And so Sebastian just said, okay, let's put the this and that online and blah blah blah. But it was not ready. I'm learning, bit by bit, to be more patient and just wait for it to be ready. And I know that we put the stuff too early, and the few guys that took the time to look at it, find all those little mistakes and just didn't take us seriously. So I guess it was it was not that good for a starting point. So now I'm just shut my mouth and just wait for a good version to be ready, and we can talk about it again. And will there be several ways of winning, or is that all based on war? Maybe some other objective like trading, fate, alliance. The thing is, it's not just one game. Master Warriors is going to be all about. It's a story where there is the beginning of the world, and there is like several ages. And there is like peace, and there is like war period of time. During those war period of time, that's where the war game is about. But even in that period and in that game, you can play scenarios where just about killing each other, because those orcs need to get out, or it can be only like trying to protect the city, or it can be about there is that tower that needs to I mean, there is you can just go for a totem, and the first one to get the totem and go back. But there gonna be other games, like we're gonna have like a role-playing game that is planned to do. We're gonna have like dungeon crawling game as well, for more stuff that and that gonna be related to different period of time. There is during peacetime, heroes are just bored, and so they are going for looking for treasure and artifact and stuff like that. And that's where the dungeon crawling game is gonna be about. So year after year, we're gonna include more and more stuff, and this little card game we're gonna make is one of those little games, because we have games like the war game that gonna talk to people that like this kind of game, but we want to include all kind of players into Master Warriors universe, and all those games will be in the same universe, talking about the same lore. The same characters, the same history. It's just it's gonna be about a different period of time. Trading fate and I mean those kind of things can be done between players anyway. And this kind of game can be played on clubs. As soon as there is an official club where you can go to play official games, games that's gonna play a role into the story of the game of Iridium, because that's the thing. The world, the history of the world is gonna be built by the result of players' game. And so you go on the club that is official, and you're gonna have like somebody that's gonna watch that game that is supposed to do a report once the game is done, and then if you want to play campaign where the the initial goal is to invite to raid that city, for example, that is on the map. Right now it's like medieval guys. I want my orcs to be in that city. So you can arrange that, saying, okay, those dude wants to play the medieval, and I'm gonna play the orcs, and we want to play that scenario in there. So we're gonna say, okay, let's do that, and so we can arrange this kind of thing, you know, and if those guys win the game, you know, this city it won't be a medieval city anymore on the official map on the website. You're gonna have the flag of the guy, you know, and it's gonna be an orc city, and so the map's gonna change with the result of the players, you know, of what the players gonna do. So it's gonna be up to us to say, okay, so the problem is that you can't really, you know, before you manage to get to that town, you need to do this and that, because, you know, orcs are over there and those guys are there. So we need to see you game after game getting there. We need to have report of your traveling. We need, you know, like, so it can be done with the role-playing game, for example, because it's all related. You can do a role-playing game that will show us your travel to get there. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, we decide we're going, yeah, but what happened during that travel? You know, that needs to be reported somehow. So it needs to happen through a game. You can't just go to one point to the map to another point without, you know, knowing what happened during that time. It's too easy, because you can cross over with some dwarves that, you know, don't really like the idea of having orcs around and wants to fight, and maybe you're gonna die before you even arrive to the city you want to invade. Oui, il y avait Squeezo qui me demandait si ça allait être un jeu juste à propos de la guerre, ou est-ce que ça allait être ou est-ce qu'il va y avoir des alliances, est-ce qu'il va y avoir des choses comme ça. Et donc du coup j'expliquais que le jeu de guerre, le wargame, c'était un jeu parmi d'autres jeux qu'on veut faire, Maîtres Guerriers, parce que Maîtres Guerriers c'est une franchise avec une histoire, et tu peux pas jouer toute l'histoire avec juste le jeu de guerre, parce que le jeu de guerre représente une période précise de l'histoire de Iridium, et donc il va y avoir d'autres jeux qui te permettent de jouer d'autres parties de l'histoire d'Iridium. Et donc du coup j'expliquais que voilà, si tu avais un joueur orc qui voulait envahir un village de médiévaux par exemple, ça va être possible. Il va falloir aller dans un club officiel Maîtres Guerriers, donc on aura une liste de clubs qui veulent bien faire des parties officielles avec des gens qui seront là pour arbitrer la partie. Et donc il faudra que tu proposes ton scénario, il faudra que tu nous proposes ton scénario d'abord pour qu'on puisse l'accepter. Et donc comme je disais, par contre le truc c'est que si tu veux envahir une cité médiévale qui est là, alors que toi tes orques au départ ils sont tout en haut de la map, il va falloir que tu fasses le fameux jeu de rôle qui va se mettre en place aussi, peut-être à travers un jeu de rôle, pour nous expliquer un petit peu ce qui s'est passé pendant ton trajet, parce que pendant ton trajet, ça se trouve, tu vas rencontrer des nains qui vont pas être très contents que tu passes par là et qu'ils vont vouloir te foutre sur la gueule, et ça se trouve, tu vas crever en route et que tu n'auras même pas encore arrivé à la cité, tu vois. Nous, on a besoin d'écrire l'histoire du jeu, et c'est avec les joueurs qui font des parties officielles du jeu de rôle, du jeu de plateau, etc., qu'on va écrire l'histoire. Par exemple, un artefact, il a été trouvé, mais il a été trouvé comment ? Et ben, ça se trouve, il y a des joueurs qui ont fait une partie de dungeon crawling qu'on va mettre en place aussi au fur et à mesure, un truc genre Donjons et Dragons, qui vont permettre aux gens, les nains et les défoncent déjà. Ouais, bah oui. Mais ça va permettre aux gens, ouais, les midi de toute façon. Ça va permettre aux gens de le jeu de rôle et le jeu de plateau vont permettre aux gens de, quand il y a besoin d'aller chercher un artefact, par exemple, on dit voilà, il y a cet artefact qui va servir à réveiller machin truc et qui va débloquer par exemple à la fin de la saison 1 par exemple. Et du coup, bah, tu as les joueurs qui veulent jouer cette partie-là de l'histoire, vont devoir aller dans les grottes et dans les donjons en question avec leurs héros pour essayer de trouver l'artefact. Ok. Et donc du coup, après, nous, quand on va faire ces parties-là, c'est selon le pourcentage de gens qui ont réussi ou pas à trouver l'artefact qui va faire que l'histoire d'Iridium va prendre cette direction-là ou cette direction-là. Et du coup, on va continuer dans la direction où la plupart des gens ont réussi ou échoué. Et donc, du coup, la saison 2 va prendre là où... Enfin, tu vois, donc c'est les joueurs vraiment en tournoi, en partie officielle, qui vont décider. Et du coup, c'est cool parce que bah, si ce fameux gars qui voulait envahir cette petite cité médiévale, arrive à ses fins, arrive jusque-là, et arrive à faire la partie où ils se battent entre les médiévaux et les orques et arrive à les faire virer, du coup, il aura son drapeau sur la carte officielle dans cette cité. Ce sera une cité orque, du coup. Donc, si quelqu'un veut les déloger, il faudra qu'il fasse la même chose. Il faudra qu'il fasse... mais il faut qu'on les voit évoluer. Ils ne peuvent pas évoluer d'un moment de la carte à un autre sans qu'on ait vu ce qui s'est passé, quoi. Et donc, du coup, bah, ça va sûrement être reporté dans des bouquins qu'on va avoir après en ligne, etc., où on aura tu vois, l'évolution de chaque truc qui a été fait officiellement, bien sûr. Parce qu'après, bon, si tu joues tout seul avec un pote, bon, bah, tu fais que jouer à Maîtres Guerriers. Si tu veux vraiment que ta partie rentre dans l'histoire, il faut que ça soit fait officiellement dans un club avec quelqu'un qui est là pour... C'est complexe, mais c'est faisable. Après, ça dépend qui va jouer le jeu, ça dépend combien on a, combien on est aussi, ça dépend combien on a de personnes qui écrivent, ça va dépendre de plein de choses. Donc, les choses, de toute façon, vont pas se faire du jour au lendemain, ça c'est sûr. Les choses vont se faire petit à petit. En tout cas, ça, c'est ce que nous, on veut faire, c'est ce que nous, on projette. Et voilà. Pour peu qu'on ait... Il suffit que tu aies pas mal de clubs ici et là qui accrochent au jeu et qui ont envie de participer et de devenir des clubs officiels. Il suffit que tu aies un gars qui s'y connaît suffisamment Wargame pour surveiller la partie et faire en sorte qu'elle soit officielle et que ça s'est passé comme ça. Les choses sont écrites. Le mec, il est venu avec un petit backstory sur sa tribu, etc. Tout ça peut être reporté assez facilement. Et pour peu qu'on ait 3-4 personnes qui eux, ce qu'ils ont envie de faire, c'est écrire, par exemple, et ben voilà. Mais quasi obligatoire si tu veux agréer la communauté autour d'un vrai univers en constante évolution. Exactement. Et de toute façon, c'est le but. Hein. Le but, c'est vraiment ça. Le but, c'est d'avoir un univers qui évolue avec les joueurs. On veut faire l'opposé de ce que fait Games Workshop, en fait. On veut pas un univers que nous, on a établi, qui est fixe, il est comme ça, c'est tout. Est-ce qu'on peut faire ça ? Non, on peut pas faire ça. Nous, on veut faire l'opposé, en fait. Nous, on veut faire ça pour les joueurs, avec les joueurs. Et effectivement, si un joueur vient avec une idée qui fonctionne mieux pour lui, et que nous on l'essaye de notre côté et puis qu'on se dit bah oui carrément en fait compte c'est beaucoup plus simple et on se fait un peu plus la gueule, ça va évoluer dans ce sens là à partir du moment où que ça fonctionne et que nous ce qu'on veut c'est retrouver le plaisir de jouer sans le côté un peu frustrant qu'il y a dans beaucoup de règles d'autres jeux dont Warhammer parce que c'est pas la cible principale mais c'est un peu la référence dans le monde du wargame parce que c'est eux qui ont été les premiers à être sur le marché. Donc, mais il y a énormément de règles très très frustrantes que nous on a virées et qu'on a fait autrement. Et voilà, après les joueurs les essayent, ils essayent pas. Enfin, c'est ça qu'il faut maintenant, c'est que les joueurs commencent à arriver et commencent à essayer les choses, quoi. Et est-ce que vous aurez un site web avec création de compte où tu pourras modifier ta map en changeant les races de clés déjà? On a déjà le site et c'est nous qui allons gérer la map de toute façon. C'est pour ça qu'il faut que les choses nous soient reportées en amont. Déjà, pour qu'on puisse donner l'accord que cette personne peut faire ça, parce que si dans notre histoire à nous, il faut encore que cette cité reste suffisamment longtemps parce qu'on a prévu de faire un truc avec, faut qu'on puisse inventer une histoire qui fait qu'il ne peut pas y aller maintenant. Donc on va pas lui dire non, 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 c'est pas possible. L'histoire va être écrite de façon que il va y avoir pas mal de choses à faire avant de pouvoir atteindre cette cité-là. Euh, Après, de toute façon, voilà, la carte, c'est moi qui la gère, donc je peux mettre les flags que je veux, je peux rajouter des campements, parce que là, pour l'instant, on a une map assez éloignée du centre d'Iridium. Bien sûr, la carte va s'élargir au fur et à mesure que le jeu va se développer. Et aussi, la carte, on va avoir des cartes où on se rapproche de certaines cités, etc., pour qu'on puisse se rendre compte qu'autour, il y a des villages, il y a des choses beaucoup plus petites. On va voir où sont les chemins de commerce, etc. Euh, Parce qu'il y a aussi du commerce qui peut se faire, parce qu'on a des points de commerce qui vont circuler. Et il y aura moyen de, par exemple, voilà, tu as un joueur qui veut passer par là, mais c'est occupé par un autre joueur. Et du coup, il faut les mettre en contact et peut-être voir euh, échange de points de commerce pour pouvoir passer. Enfin, toi, des choses comme ça qui vont aussi pouvoir se mettre en place. Enfin, des choses qui peuvent être gérées. Parce que l'idée à long terme, quand même, c'est de vendre des produits à côté qui fait qu'on ait quand même une rentrée d'argent qui nous permet de travailler dessus à plein temps quand même. Parce que l'idéal, c'est que dans une dizaine d'années, c'est notre boulot à plein temps. C'est Maîtres Guerriers. Et on a des gens derrière qui s'occupent des questions et qui s'occupent de mettre les choses en place, etc. Donc, tel que nous on le voit, c'est quelque chose qui va grossir et qui va devenir quelque chose d'important. Mais voilà, ça ne peut pas se faire du jour au lendemain, ça c'est sûr. Comment ça, ils pourront aussi faire évoluer leur monde? Bah, c'est pas leur monde en fait, c'est leur histoire. C'est-à-dire que tu viens avec ton background, okay, de ta tribu. Donc, comme de toute façon, pour l'instant, la carte, il n'y a que le centre d'Iridium, tu peux très bien débouler d'une autre tribu ailleurs. Euh, mais pour ça, il faut qu'ils aient un minimum d'informations sur le lore. C'est pour ça que pour l'instant, ça ne peut pas se faire, évidemment. Mais dès qu'ils auront... En fait, l'idée, c'est de leur donner toutes les clés qu'ils ont besoin pour pouvoir inventer leur histoire, en fait. Mais il faut que ça soit une histoire qui se raccroche à ce qui est déjà en place, bien sûr. Good day, Alan. Good day, then. And everyone else in the chat. Oh, hey, Tim. I was about to go to, to bed because I'm already late. I'm supposed to cook lunch, and it's already 12 in France. So I'm gonna stop there. Sorry, Squeezo. And with Abix, je vais y aller. Il faut que j'aille préparer à manger. Donc, I guess I'll be back. What day we are? Friday. I will be back. I don't know when I'll be back. I'll be back when I draw. Should, worst case should be Sunday. Ça marche. Bon appétit. Bon appétit, mon ami. So I'll be back soon with another card. And that's it. Have a good time. Have a good day. And take care. And see you next time. Bye bye. Merci beaucoup. À bientôt. Salut.
Come on. Chat, I was